The chairman laughed as security dragged the black boy away from the velvet rope. The crowd rewarded the humiliation with applause and handed the billionaire another standing ovation. The boy only pointed once and quietly said, "Don't move. Follow me." Within minutes, that small request would tear apart everything the chairman believed he controlled. Everyone inside the glass-covered convention center thinks they understand what is happening. A billionaire is about to sign the largest development contract in the city's history. Cameras flash. Investors smile. Reporters crowd around the stage. Everything looks settled. But one child keeps staring toward a place nobody else notices. And before the night ends, a single sentence from that child will stop a billionaire in his tracks. What could a boy possibly know that hundreds of executives do not? Before we go any further, if this is your first time watching one of our videos, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Your support truly means the world to us, and it helps us bring you even more powerful, emotional stories that inspire, shock, and touch the heart. Make sure you stay with us until the very end, because this story has a twist you will never forget. And if this story moves you in any way, share your thoughts in the comments below and send this video to someone who needs to hear it today. Now, let's begin. 12-year-old Elijah Carter wakes before sunrise every morning. The city is still dark when he pushes his bicycle through narrow streets lined with aging brick buildings. Cool air brushes against his face. The smell of damp pavement lingers after an overnight drizzle. His backpack hangs loosely across his shoulders. Inside it rests a worn leather journal. The journal is old. Its edges are frayed. Its cover carries scratches from years of use. It belonged to his grandfather. Elijah never leaves home without it. He delivers newspapers before school. He carries groceries for elderly neighbors. He helps a blind veteran cross busy intersections. Most people know him by sight. Few know his name. The city knows him as the quiet kid with the journal. He never complains. He never rushes. He simply works. Traffic begins building as dawn spills gold across rows of windows. Engines hum. Car horns echo between buildings. By noon, Elijah finishes helping at a small community center. His shoes are worn thin. The rubber soles scrape against concrete. Still, he walks with calm purpose. That afternoon, the entire city seems focused on one place. The Grand Meridian Convention Center. A billion-dollar waterfront project is about to be announced. Every local news station is covering it. Every important business leader is attending. The project belongs to Victor Langford. At least that is what everyone believes. Victor arrives in a convoy of black vehicles. His suit costs more than most families earn in months. Reporters rush forward. Microphones rise. Cameras flash. Victor smiles for every lens. He enjoys being watched. He enjoys being admired even more. Elijah approaches the convention center carrying a package for one of the catering companies. He reaches the entrance. A security guard blocks him immediately. Delivery entrance is around back. "I have a package." "Not through this door." The guard never looks at the label. Elijah nods. "Okay." The guard waves him away. A woman standing nearby lowers her voice. Poor kid never had a chance. Elijah walks around the building without argument. The package reaches its destination exactly on time. 30 minutes later he exits through a service corridor. Crowds continue gathering outside. A luxury car pulls up near the curb. A wealthy couple steps out. The husband bumps Elijah with his shoulder. Hard. The journal slips from Elijah's hand. It falls onto the pavement. The man never stops walking. His wife glances back. Neither apologizes. Elijah picks up the journal. Carefully. Dust clings to the worn leather cover. The texture feels rough beneath his fingertips. A nearby valet shakes his head. Some people don't even see him. Elijah brushes the cover clean. Then he notices something strange. Across the street sits a maintenance tunnel entrance. A temporary fence surrounds it. Workers are supposed to be monitoring the area. Nobody is there. Its engine is running. No workers. No equipment. Just the truck. Elijah studies it briefly. Then continues walking. Inside the convention center, Victor Langford enjoys every second of attention. His voice fills hallways. His laughter carries above conversations. He moves through crowds like a king inspecting his kingdom. Beside him walks Martin Pierce, his chief operations officer. Martin handles details. Victor handles applause. The scent of expensive cologne trails behind them. Investors gather around. Victor, this project changes everything. It certainly does, Victor says loudly. Cities rise because people like me have the courage to build them. Several executives laugh. Hours pass. The ballroom fills. Crystal chandeliers cast golden light across hundreds of guests. Silverware glints. Champagne flows. String music drifts through the hall. Elijah finishes another errand nearby and passes the convention center again. Something still bothers him. The truck. The tunnel. The missing workers. He stops. Looks again. Still there. Still running. Still unattended. His grandfather's journal rests beneath his arm. Inside are pages filled with observations. Names. Dates. Places. His grandfather always wrote one thing repeatedly. Pay attention. Most people miss what matters. Elijah crosses the street. He studies the truck. No company markings. No permits displayed. No workers. No tools. Nothing. His stomach tightens. The distant sound of music drifts from the convention center while traffic rolls past in steady waves. Inside, Victor steps onto the stage. Applause erupts. Hundreds stand. Phones rise. Cameras record. The city council president smiles beside him. Investors grin. Victor raises both hands. The room quiets. My friends, he begins, tonight represents vision. Tonight represents leadership. Tonight represents what happens when exceptional people refuse to think small. More applause. Victor continues. This city needed someone willing to take risks. Someone willing to create opportunity. Someone willing to build what others only dream about. The giant screens behind him display architectural renderings. Crowds cheer. Outside, Elijah walks closer to the tunnel entrance. A small metal panel hangs partially open. He notices wires. Fresh ones. Not construction wiring. Something else. His pulse quickens. He steps backward. Then forward again. He hears a faint ticking. Very faint. Almost hidden beneath the noise of passing traffic. His eyes widen. Inside the ballroom, Victor's speech grows even louder. Years from now people will remember this night and remember who made it possible. The audience applauds again. Several guests begin recording on their phones. Victor smiles broadly. He lives for moments like this. Outside, Elijah breaks into a run. He heads straight toward the convention center entrance. Security spots him immediately. Hey! Elijah keeps running. The guard intercepts him. Guests turn. Heads swivel. The ballroom doors remain closed. Inside, applause continues. Outside, Elijah struggles to catch his breath. I need to see him. You can't. I have to. The guard grips his shoulder. Not happening. It's important. Move along. Another guard approaches. Several guests stop to watch. Whispers spread. What's the kid doing? Probably wants attention. Security should remove him. Elijah twists free. His eyes stay fixed on the ballroom entrance. Then Victor himself emerges into the lobby surrounded by investors. The signing ceremony is moments away. Security creates space. Phones rise. Reporters gather. Victor notices the commotion. What exactly is this? One guard points toward Elijah. Victor studies the boy. Then smirks. Aren't there better places for street performances? Laughter ripples through nearby guests. Elijah steps forward. Security moves again. Victor raises a hand. No, let him speak. Everyone deserves their 15 seconds. More laughter. Elijah looks directly at him. His voice remains calm. Don't move. The room falls quiet. Victor grins. What? Follow me. Several people laugh openly. Victor spreads his arms theatrically. Follow you. That's your grand plan. The crowd chuckles. Phones record every second. Victor continues. My young friend, there are senators waiting for me. Investors waiting for me. Reporters waiting for me. Do you truly think I should abandon all of them because a child gives me instructions? More laughter. Elijah says nothing. Victor steps closer. The smile remains. But the boy's eyes never move. Never blink. Never drop. Around them, conversations fade. Even the reporters stop speaking. The silence feels different now. Heavy. Uncomfortable. One woman near the back whispers softly. I don't know why, but something feels wrong. Victor turns away. The signing ceremony is seconds from beginning. And Elijah takes one step toward him. Only one. Then he opens the old leather journal. Victor barely glances at the journal. To him, it looks like nothing more than a battered notebook carried by a poor child. The crowd expects the moment to end. Security expects the boy to be removed. Reporters prepare to turn away. But Elijah flips directly to a marked page. His finger lands on a handwritten entry. Your truck is outside. Victor laughs. My truck. The one by the tunnel. The smile remains on Victor's face. For a second. Then half a second longer. Martin Pierce notices it first. A tiny change. A tiny hesitation. So small nobody else catches it. Elijah keeps speaking. Engine running. No workers. Victor folds his arms. And wires. The ballroom entrance behind them grows strangely quiet. Guests exchange glances. A reporter lowers her camera. Elijah turns another page. His grandfather's notes fill the paper. Dates. Addresses. Vehicle numbers. Observations. Years of them. The rough leather cover creaks softly beneath his fingers. Victor's expression hardens. What exactly are you accusing me of? Elijah answers calmly. Nothing. The single word lands harder than a speech. Martin studies the journal. A thin layer of sweat appears near his collar. Elijah points toward the street. I heard ticking. The lobby falls silent. Complete silence. One guest whispers. Ticking. Victor laughs again. This time nobody joins him. You interrupted an international signing ceremony because of a ticking sound. Elijah closes the journal. No. Victor waits. The boy's eyes never leave his. I interrupted it because you were standing above it. The words strike the room like ice water. No one speaks. No one moves. Then Martin suddenly grabs Victor's arm. Hard. What tunnel? Victor jerks away. What are you doing? What tunnel? The question comes louder. Sharper. Martin no longer sounds like an employee. He sounds afraid. Outside, distant sirens begin echoing through downtown streets. Their sound grows stronger every second. Guests hear it. Reporters hear it. Security hears it. Victor hears it. Several people turn toward the glass entrance. Red and blue lights flash far down the road. Coming fast. Very fast. A woman near the doors whispers. "Oh no." Within moments, police vehicles surround the block. More arrive behind them. Then bomb disposal units. Then federal investigators. The crowd surges toward the windows. Phones rise. Voices overlap. Questions explode across the lobby. Victor's face loses color. Martin steps backward. Far backward. Away from him. Officers rush through the doors. One of them approaches Elijah first. "Are you the caller?" Elijah nods. "Yes, sir." Gasps ripple through the room. Victor stares. "What caller?" The officer turns toward him. His expression remains cold. "We received a report regarding an unauthorized vehicle positioned beside restricted infrastructure." Victor opens his mouth. Then closes it. The officer continues. The information appears credible. Security steps aside. Nobody blocks the investigators. Nobody questions them. The same crowd that laughed minutes earlier now watches without making a sound. Outside, technicians approach the truck. Inside, Victor forces a smile. There must be some misunderstanding. No one answers. The sirens continue flashing through the glass. Their red reflections dance across crystal floors. Martin wipes sweat from his forehead. Victor notices. Martin. No response. Martin. Still nothing. The silence feels louder than shouting. Then a second investigator enters carrying documents. His eyes move directly toward Victor. "Mr. Langford." Victor straightens. "Yes. We need to ask several questions." "Regarding what?" The investigator looks down briefly. Then back up. "Ownership records." The room freezes. Victor laughs nervously. "What ownership records?" The investigator opens a folder. "Vehicle ownership." The laughter dies instantly. Another officer approaches. Then another. More documents appear. More questions follow. One after another. Each answer seems to make things worse. Investors begin checking phones. Lawyers begin receiving calls. Executives step away from Victor. One by one. Like passengers abandoning a sinking ship. The sound of vibrating phones fills the lobby. A sharp mechanical chorus. An investor stares at his screen. His face drains. Then another investor checks his. Then another. Whispers spread. "What happened? Look at the market. Something's wrong." Victor notices the reactions. "What is it?" Nobody answers him. Martin checks his own phone. His eyes widen. Then widen again. A news alert appears. Authorities have suspended the waterfront signing pending investigation. The deal is frozen. Completely frozen. Victor lunges toward Martin. "What does it say?" Martin shows him. Victor's hands begin trembling. Only slightly. But enough. A nearby reporter whispers. He looks scared. Another alert arrives. Then another. The lead financing bank pauses funding. Pending review. The second bank follows. Then a third. Within minutes, billions sit trapped behind legal barriers. Victor tries making calls. No one answers. He calls again. Straight to voicemail. Again. Voicemail. Again. Nothing. The crowd watches. Nobody laughs now. The same cameras remain pointed at him. But the energy has changed. Completely. The smell of nervous sweat hangs in the air beneath expensive perfume and polished wood. An attorney rushes through the crowd. He approaches Victor. "We need a private room." "Why?" "Now." Victor refuses. Tell me. The attorney lowers his voice. Too late. Several microphones catch every word. The investors are withdrawing. The sentence spreads through the lobby. Like fire. People repeat it. Investors withdrawing. Investors withdrawing. Investors withdrawing. Victor's eyes widen. No. The attorney nods. They believe the exposure is too high. Victor shakes his head. No. The attorney says nothing. Another executive approaches. Then another. Then another. None bring good news. A board member resigns. A partner suspends involvement. A lender freezes access. A regulatory review begins. Every update lands harder than the last. The project that defined Victor's identity starts collapsing piece by piece. Not all at once. Slowly. Publicly. Painfully. The crowd watches each stage happen in real time. No one speaks above a whisper. A woman near the back shakes her head. All because he ignored that boy. Another voice answers. No. Because he thought nobody else mattered. Victor hears both. His jaw tightens. Then Martin finally steps forward. For a moment it looks like loyalty. Like support. Like rescue. Instead, Martin faces the investors. His voice cracks. We need to distance ourselves immediately. Victor stares. Martin. Martin looks at him. Years of partnership sit between them. Years. Then Martin delivers the sentence that cuts deepest. We mocked the child who warned us. The room goes silent. Martin continues. We laughed at the only person paying attention. No one argues. Because everyone knows it is true. Outside, technicians complete their inspection. Authorities confirm the threat was real. The tunnel contained an illegal device connected to the vehicle. Had the ceremony continued as planned, hundreds could have been endangered. The news spreads through the crowd. People look toward Elijah. Not Victor. Not the investors. Not the officials. The boy. The quiet boy holding an old journal. The same boy security tried removing. The same boy everyone dismissed. Victor lowers himself into a chair. For the first time all evening, he has nothing to say. No speech. No performance. No applause. Just silence. Elijah stands exactly where he stood before. Calm. Still. One reporter approaches him carefully. How did you notice? Elijah lifts the journal. My grandfather taught me. What? Pay attention. The reporter nods slowly. Nothing else needs saying. The crowd murmurs. He saved everyone. He never stopped watching. We all missed it. Hours later, the ballroom looks completely different. The signing stage remains empty. The giant screens are dark. Many guests have gone home. But those who remain gather near the center platform. City officials stand beside Elijah. Police officers stand nearby. Reporters continue recording. The leather journal rests beneath Elijah's arm. Its worn edges catch the warm glow of overhead lights. A city commissioner steps forward. His voice carries through the room. Tonight, a young citizen protected lives through awareness, courage, and action. Applause begins. Softly. Then stronger. Then stronger still. Soon the entire room is standing. Not for a billionaire. Not for a project. For a 12-year-old boy. Elijah shifts uncomfortably. He never enjoys attention. The commissioner smiles. Elijah Carter. The applause grows louder. Across the room, Victor remains seated. Alone. Not ruined. Not destroyed. But smaller. Much smaller than he was when the night began. The commissioner presents Elijah with a civic medal. Cameras flash. The journal remains tucked beneath his arm. One final time. The same object people ignored. The same object that carried observation, patience, and truth. Victor watches from a distance. No one boos him. No one cheers him. They simply move on without him. The applause belongs to someone else now. As guests leave, Elijah walks quietly toward the exit. The medal hangs around his neck. The journal rests against his side. Exactly where it always has. Exactly where it belongs. If this story moved you, don't scroll off. There are more stories where arrogance falls and character wins. Follow now and catch the next chapter as soon as it drops.